Good morning, everybody. This is Timothy Zellmer from Live Free University and Hotel Central Boquete. And today we're going to talk about Boquete Family Life. Boquete Family Life. It's a little different here. I've had to learn a few things. My family, we were pretty tight growing up, but things are even tighter here. First thing I had to learn is there's some social rules I didn't really know about. I spent a lot of time in Latin America growing up, in Mexico, Central America. Even spent some time in Spain, but they've got some social rules that I think you need to know about. First thing, when you're walking by somebody, you tend to acknowledge them, wish them a good morning. Buena, buena, that's a normal thing. Good morning, good morning. Buena, buena. ¿Cómo está? Like right there. Yeah. A smile, a hello, wish you a good morning. That's normal. And if you don't do it, you come off a little weird, a little cold. And I had to learn with my big, beautiful Latin family that it's not how I thought it was. When I step into my mother-in-law's house, it's considered very rude if I don't go around and kiss every woman and child and shake the hand of every guy and or give them all a hug if I feel so inclined before I get starting to talking with one of the members of the family. I cannot get distracted. It's a rule. It's a social rule to fit in, where I go around and acknowledge and talk briefly with each and every one who's in the house. Where I make the big circle is real slow for me to pick up on that. And finally my wife sent me down and said, yeah, you're coming off as a little rude, you know. You can't look so dang American. So I started doing it. It makes a difference. They like that closeness, that one-to-one relationship. You know, and when I first got here, I met some older guys. A guy down the park spent a lot of time with me, taking me around. My relationship with Don Plino Ruiz. A very intimate, very relationship-centered place. Now, the other thing is, now if you're thinking about moving here, you're young, you got kids, well, I've said this many times before, I think this is the greatest place in the world to raise children, because I'll give you an example. The youngest kid we got living in our home, fella and I, my youngest stepchild, his name's Luis. And just a few days ago, I'm working, editing these videos in my little office, and the next thing I come out to make myself a cup of hot tea. And my God, there was 20 teenage boys out there, and they're out there very nicely playing chess, doing their homework, playing cards together, doing the little video stuff, not making a bunch of racket. And I see how they're treating the elders and the children here. It's a good place to raise children. They really watch over their elders. They really watch over their children. You know, they have this thing called jubilado, and at the banks even they have a special line just for the older folks. And you know, sure, they got these discounts and everything, but socially it's a situation where they take care of their elders. They do that. That's a normal thing here, where they actually help them out, focus on them, and socially, it's a great place for family life. And you know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When you arrive here, look at your neighborhood, your next door neighbor. You know, they love corn. They love corn cakes, and they've never seen cornbread. You know how in the States you get those little recipe kits, and you can make a big cake sheet of cornbread, make a pot of beans, get a pot of honey and butter, and run that over to your next door neighbor and make friends with them. You don't have to speak too much Spanish. Just go over there and give them a little hi, I'm new to the neighborhood. It's going to change everything. Socially, oh my God, my boy, my youngest there, he and his best friend had their first communion, and wow, what a turnout just down here at the cathedral. It's amazing. That church was full of family and community, all there to support those kids, and at sports games, all of those things. It's a huge thing here, taking care of the kids and elders. So for those reasons, I think this is a real family place. Boquete Family Life is pretty good, and you know, my favorite thing is to make new friends into family, and it's an easy thing to do. People like to talk here. They all speak a little bit of English, so for them you're a prize catch. You know, a foreigner willing to spend a little time, let them practice a little of their English with them. So that's a big thing here that you have to offer right out the bat, and you know, maybe learn some Spanish while you're doing it. So Boquete Family Life, we see these things. I just love the family life and my family. Gosh darn, my mother-in-law, she was one of my very best friends and still is. She's 86, 87 going on 88. Buen dia, ¿cómo está? And it's incredible how they treat her. It's one of the first things I noticed about my wife's family is how there's a line of people showing up at the back door coming to spend time with my mother-in-law Sylvia. I mean, one after another. As she was directly, centrally involved in the workings of the family, and how my great niece and great nephew, how they treat him, how they care for him, how they just love him. And you know, this is a great place for family life, I tell you that. Well, I guess that's it for today. Thank you for being here, and if you got a moment, please subscribe, click that button down below this video, and if you hit the bell, you'll get all the new videos coming out. And when you're walking on the street, somebody's looking at you, say Buena, Buena, or Buenos Dias. Buena means good, good, it's all good. So remember, be friendly, take time. When you walk into the bank, say, Buen dia, ¿cómo están todos? People are gonna love you for that. Buena, Buena. It doesn't take much to remember Buena, Buena. When you walk in anywhere and there's a crowd, just announce yourself that way and smile. It'll increase your face value. This is Timothy Zellmer for Live Free University in Hotel Central Boquete, wishing you a great day and have a great life. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.